Hey guys, Jeff Beggins here. We are cruising around checking out the projects, doing the updates weekly, Taylor and I are. And the question I'm getting a lot, right, and talking with the clients and investors, developers, and the things that we talk about a lot is what's going to happen with this market. So what we've been saying for a while is if you take all of the global macro policies, political, election, all that crap rolled into one, we've all kind of seen this show before, right? And we haven't seen this exact show before, we've seen the storyline before. So what we've been saying for a while is when the feds do meet again, they're gonna have no choice. They've been threatening and hinting about dropping rates. And then that narrative went away, if you guys noticed, right? It just said, oh, the economy is so strong, we don't need to do anything. It's unlikely we're gonna drop anything. And in my mind, I'm like, bullshit, right? That's not gonna not happen. Right, it's not going to happen. You've got the election coming. You've got all kinds of string master, puppet master things going on in the background, and then all of a sudden, they start talking about it. Fed. It's most like don't expect the rates. The economy numbers are so strong. We're probably not going to see any softening on rates. So just buckle up and settle down and deal with it. That was pretty much the narrative up until a couple days ago, and then all of a sudden, the inflation numbers come in, and it just smacks that whole prediction completely right in the face. And it said, inflation's 3%. Sorry, guys, we didn't expect this. And stock market went dropped 700 points, the worst day since March. And everyone's like, what's going on, right? So now we have, the numbers are not good. Inflation is not under control. The Fed's policies of trying to get things to recover in a soft landing, it's not happening, right? They're gonna have to intervene, right? So and there's the May meeting. I would put a huge bet on that. It's going to be a drop, and I don't think it's going to be a 0.25 drop. I think it's bigger. We'll see, right? But there's going to have to be stimulation in this economy. It's going to have to happen, right? It's going to have to happen. So what does that mean for real estate? So what it means for real estate is the pent-up demand in the real estate world is real, right? If we look through what actually happened, normally about 5.5 million home sales a year across the U.S. You could pretty much bet on that, right? That's what's been happening for years, and that's what's been going. Now, enter weird COVID anomaly, and what happens then? The whole world gets reshuffled, right? Everyone goes crazy. People say, I hate where I live, I want to move, I don't like who I'm with, I don't like where I'm living, I don't like what I'm doing. There's a total reset, and the whole world reshuffles. Everybody goes and buys a house. The world doesn't know what they're doing. Interest rates drop to nothing because, well, we don't know what to do. Let's just spend money, right? So they make money free, and everybody goes and buys. So we didn't have 5.5 million home sales that year. We had 6.5 million home sales that year. Everybody just went and did crazy shit because money was so cheap, it made no sense not to. And especially investors are like, whoa, this money is so cheap. I can go buy that cash flow property at that interest rate. I'm in, right? And then we were like, all right, there we go. So what happened was it took the buyers that were going to buy the following year and just front-loaded them into buying in that year. So instead of having 5.5 million home sales like we would have that normal year, now we had 1 million fewer, so we had 4.5 million because those million bought the year before, right? So it's not really hard to figure out what happened. So now we're going to get back to 5.5 million home sales on normal. But now you got a whole different dynamic in the market because the last year with the 4.5 million sales, you've got people that are on the sidelines saying, honey, I'd like to move, but we're sitting on 3.5% interest rates that we refied at last time, and it doesn't make sense for us to move. So let's just stay put. And then let's start looking because when the time comes, we'll move. But it doesn't make any sense to spend an extra $500 a month, honey. Let's just wait. Okay, dear. And then they sit back and they go back to their life, right? And that's what's happened with 1 million plus people across the country are on the pause button. And that's what's going on. So as rates are still up high, people are on the pause. They're just waiting. And then what's happening now is we know rates are going to drop, right? We've been telling you rates are going to drop. Rates are going to come down, right? I don't think they're not going to slash 2% overnight, but they're going to be a steady progression of cuts to get us back down where everybody's comfortable. Where's everybody comfortable? In the mid fives, everyone will be really happy, right? And that's my prediction of where I think it's going on that one. It's not there now. We're still in the high sixes, you're getting the sevens, you got all this BS loan officer gobbledygook that says, oh, I could get you with the sixes with 2 points, right? Which means you're buying your rate down. So you've got to look through all of the smoke and mirrors to figure out rates are still high and they're not coming down yet because the Fed has not reduced their rates. They've been on a pause for a while. So that is going to change. That's going to most likely change in May, and this is February, middle February. So the closing cycle is normally 30, 45 days. So 45 days from mid-February puts you in where? right? You've got February, you got March, you got April. So April's 30 days before May, right? So you've got about 30-day window right now where it's a weird market, where sellers are going, where are my buyers, man? This property is beautiful. Why are people not buying my house? It's been on the market 60 days, 70 days, 80 days, 120 days. Yes, it's been on the market for that long because people are on the pause button. So they're gonna hit the play button pretty soon, but they're not gonna hit it for another 30 days, okay? So if you're a buyer, let's play this out. You need to get in the game right now because you have the luxury of going to see the house in the next couple of weekends and saying, oh, seller, you don't have any other buyer offers right now? Man, I hate to do this to you, but here's my offer, right? Oh, and I'd like that golf cart too. Sorry, right? And because the seller has no other offer, and they're likely going to say, Marge, this sucks, but screw it, we don't like that golf cart anyway. Let's get out of here, right? So you have that opportunity to start getting yourself some pretty good opportunities when you're not in a competitive bidding environment, okay? I'm telling you, that competitive bidding environment is going to come back, and it's going to come back real. What do you need? You'd only need one other person to create a competitive bidding environment. So if you and your spouse, significant other, are going to go look at a house, or you by yourself are looking at one, and there's nobody else looking at it, you are the Midas touch. You have the gold, the golden rule. He with the gold makes the rules. You're the guy with the gold. You're making the rules. You're getting the negotiation done. You enter one other person at that same competition, you no longer have the gold. Now it becomes a competition. And then on the other side, you got the seller saying, hey, Marge, check it out. Look, both of them want it. Screw that. No one's getting our golf cart, right? And then therefore the concessions go down and the prices don't come down and the cockiness comes in. And let alone you get a third person enter the equation, game's over. Then one of them says, well, I don't want an appraisal contingency. I love your house. And then now we're back into a crazy market, right? So that's coming, right? So moral of this story, if you're a buyer, buy now when the odds are in your favor, right now. Like, call your loan officer, get your pre-approval underwritten, give them everything, pay stubs, tax returns, everything they want, and get pre-approved like a golden cash buyer that you can just stretch your stuff in and say, I know I got the money, I'm going to buy that house. Call right now. Call right now. Call on, I don't care if you transact or not, but be ready to pounce right now. If you're in the market in the next year and you're able to sell and then buy in the next 30 days or so and you're not, then it's stupid, right? It's absolutely dumb. If you're gonna buy in 24 and you're able to buy today and you're not buying today, you're gonna kick yourself in the ass because you're gonna find yourself in a competitive environment in the next 30, 60 days, and it's coming, right? So that's my message for you. Now, if you're a seller, what do? Hold on, right? If you need to sell it, you're gonna be stuck giving away the golf cart for it, right? If you sell it in the next month or two, because there's just not a lot of people as transacting as many as you would like to have, but they're coming. They're coming. So if you're thinking about selling, start getting your house pretty, right? Get a pre-inspection done. Go tidy up everything, pressure wash it, plant some nice flowers, right? Make it look nice, be ready. So when the time comes in your micro market to hit the marketplace, that's it. You need to find a good agent who can strategically say, okay, and other 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath pools with this exposure in this school district, we're now competing with this, right? You want to know that competitive segment, that micro market that you're competing in, and who is the best in that micro market to slip you in that competitive environment, right? So now start prepping your home. If you're going to be moving, get ready to come on. It's smart to come on when there's more buyers, and more buyers are coming, right? So there's the message for today. I hope that's helpful. Let me know if you thought that was helpful. Tag a friend, like this, subscribe it, keep watching. We got all kinds of content coming out for you guys. Just looking to help empower, educate, and encourage. And thanks for watching. See you guys soon.